Good day. My name is Bridget Mudisageng. I am training to be a manager on Triple M. Today I'm going to tell you about the MMM, the Triple M ideology. Welcome to this meeting. The reason why Triple M was founded, it was because we wanted to address the unfair financial order in the world, the high interest rates on loans, low returns on investments, high bank charges, and the fact that 50% of the world's wealth is shared between only 213 families. Imagine how many families are in the world. How many? There are millions of families. But 50% of the world's wealth is shared by 213 families. All of us, we all know what banks do. If you put your money in the bank, what do? You save your money in the bank. They say they're going to give you 3% interest on the money that you have saved. And if your friend comes and he wants to borrow the money from the bank, they charge your friend 21% interest on your money. So what happens is that your money that you have saved in the bank is making the bank richer and you staying poor. On top of that, if you want to save money, they charge you for putting money in the bank. They charge you if you want to withdraw the same money. It's your money, but for you to get it, you have to pay more to have your money, and yet they're making money out of it. That is the main reason why MMM was founded. We move on to unfair labor practices. If you think of the world right now, what's happening? Are we still working the same hours as we used to? Like 5 years ago, we work more hours and the pay is lesser and lesser every time. And who is getting richer? The people that you work for. And your increases are getting lower and lower. And the more you spend time at work, what happens? Your family suffers. You spend less time with your family. You spend 8 hours at work. You spend about 4 to 5 hours at home. Most of the other hours are spent sleeping. So you're not even spending quality time with your family. You are sleeping. And then the next day it starts all over again. You go to work for 8 hours, 8 to 9 hours. If you look at your salary and you look at what you can afford with your salary, then you realize that the cost of living is very high. It's higher than what you earn. If you look at the inflation last year and the inflation rate this year, you realize that the basket of groceries that you can afford to buy with your earnings is actually getting smaller and smaller and smaller every year. And yet your salary is not getting, it's not matching what it should be. And if you realize that only those people in the highest position and more, maybe they should earn more because they are better qualified, they are more suited to higher positions. But you also know that you also have to have something, because if you don't have enough, you will not be able to cater for your family as you should. Let's break down the idea behind MMM. The reason why it was founded, as I said before, was to break the unfair financial system, to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, and to bring financial freedom to communities. To break unfair financial systems is not to worry about bank charges, to be able to move money between communities, between friends, between neighbors. And if you move money between friends, neighbors, you don't need to charge them interest. You don't need to charge them anything. You can borrow your friend 5,000 and your friend can bring it back 5,000. And when we say to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, we are not going to make banks richer and richer every time. We are going to make communities richer. That is what we're going to do. And if you look at it, if we give each other money, money is moving around us. It moves at a quicker rate. Nobody has to be interrogated as if you are a criminal to get your money. It's easy, it's quicker, and it's cheaper. How MMM works, what you need to register. You only need your cell phone number, your email address, your banking details, and how much you are going to provide help. There are bonuses within MMM. There's 30% bonus. There's 20% bonus for registration. There's $20 bonus for registration. And if you bring referrals, if you recruit, there's 10% that you get, and there's 5% if it's a second down line, and it goes on up until the 9th person. And Mavros is the currency that grows by 30%. It grows by 1% daily, and at the end of the month it's 30% more than what you have provided help with. And with MMM, there are no central banks. There's no central bank account. Everybody has a bank. The money moves from one bank to the other. And the nicest thing about Triple M is that it's a community thing. There are no admin fees, no registration fees, no monthly subscriptions. As far as I'm concerned, Triple M is the best solution to eradicate poverty, to get people out of debt, and to ensure that people live a healthy life. And there is some order in this world. Thank you very much.